What's up, y'all? We're here at our FSM Prep Rally, and boy, did we have a game today. We had Arbor View up against DP, and DP put up a fight. It felt like we were at a college game all of a sudden, but we went into OT, but Arbor View came out on top. Boys, what can you tell me about the differences in offenses between both teams?
You know, Arbor View really like to throw the ball. Obviously, they only throw the ball like really deep a lot of the time. However, Thaddeus Thatcher was seeing the field really good in this game. He kept hitting a lot of his receivers, especially Jaden Williams, who was not just a weapon in the passing game, he was also a weapon in the return game. He had massive kick returns, massive punt returns, and every single deep shot seemed to hit, except for one at the end of regulation, which happened to be an interception. But for most of the game, Thaddeus just looked really great.
And then you look at Desert Pines, and they came out a little rocky at first, but then they found their groove. They let the quarterback, Jerome Secoria, let it loose. He was finding receivers left and right, and their running back, Marcus Williams, he was finding holes, whether it was on special teams or running the ball. They clawed back into it, showed the grit and toughness that's needed to come out here and defend the house. They came up short, but I was thoroughly impressed with what they were able to do out there on the field, tighten up a few things, but overall, DP showed that they are here to fight, and you better bring your lunch pail when you come here.
Let's talk about OT. So going into overtime, at the end, DP decided to go for two, but unfortunately fell short. What can you guys tell me about the results of that play and really the coaching decision on that?
You know what, I think that was one of those where you just say, if you go for it, you're a hero. If you miss it, oh man, why didn't you do this? I also think the fact that they missed an extra point earlier, they might have lost some of the confidence in their kicker, and it felt like they rushed it at the end. It felt like they didn't get the line set. The quarterback played before the score, went to the outside and scored wide open. I didn't know why they didn't try to go right back up the middle. Why not use the outside again? It didn't look like Arbor View's defense was able to contain it, but at the end of the day, you go for it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
What about you, Bryce?
You know, a few years back, I remember Brian Kelly and LSU going for two in overtime and beating Alabama. And you said this felt like a college game. That's what this call is. It was 4th and goal in overtime. They got a touchdown. You got to go for the win. You got to try and just pull the punches, make sure you can pull off the upset. They might not have gotten it at the end, but you know what? You have to respect the move and trying to go for the win no matter what. They don't want to walk out of here with their heads low. Now, they might have lost, but it's a 1-point loss. They held them 56-55. That's a great game offensively. You have to realize, put your head up high. You fought till the end. You made it all the way to overtime. You almost had it in your hands. It's a loss, but it's a really good loss to have.
Well, what a game we had today at the FSM Prep Rally. I'm Hannah Sarkinia.
I'm Kalani Lua.
And I'm Bryson Dowdy.
Check out the highlights from this game.
Yeah, I'm a bright young man. Kill the GPA, and the BPM. Look, we on. So say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A, I'm coming in hot. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in. Shoot that shot. Hey, why not? Hey, yeah. I'm coming in.
Wake 'em up, wake 'em up. Wake 'em up, wake 'em up. See him still sleeping, so I had to shake 'em up. Shake 'em up. I kept it too real. I wasn't faking up. No. My real life was a headline. Your real life got a deadline. My timeline was a hashtag. Your timeline just a hate crime. Coming in hot, feeling like pop. Back in 94 when he took.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our FSM Prep Rally. We have our player of the game here, Thaddeus Thatcher. Thaddeus, congrats. We got a little game swag for you for the win. So to start off, look, what a game that you had. You were able to distribute the ball to so many different players throughout the entire game. So was that the game plan going in, or were you more adjusting to the defense?
Yeah, you know, the game plan is always just let all my receivers eat. So, you know, coming there, I just throw to the open dude, and that's really all I try to do.
For sure. And going into OT, how did you handle that pressure knowing that, you know, Desert Pines wasn't going down without a fight? So how did you deal with that pressure going into overtime?
Yeah, you know, at practice on Thursday, we do 2-minute drills, like all that stuff. So I wasn't even nervous. I was prepared for that moment, and our team lives for those moments like that. So we were just ready and just had to execute.
For sure. And overall, as a quarterback, we've noticed this year that you've been using your legs more to score more tutties. How's that been for you overall, adding that to your bag?
Yeah, definitely. Last year, you know, I really didn't run the ball that much. This year, I'm definitely trying to get my legs going a little bit and show people that I can run the ball.
Well, congrats on the win, and good luck on the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And here we are with the coach, Sam Norris of Arbor View. Coach, you got the overtime victory. Talk about just the emotions coming into this. You're ranked number 4. You're taking on DP, but they gave you guys a fight.
Hats off to their staff and getting those guys prepared. Hats off to those kids that battled. It was a tough one. One thing I learned that I talked about before, sometimes when you look at film, it's not as bad as you think, or it's not even as good as you think. There's always lessons in all of this stuff. The one thing you can be proud of in games like this as a coach is your guys continue to battle, continue to try to overcome adversity, and they fought to the end and played once again for one another, and I couldn't be more proud.
Speaking of fighting to the end, you guys go into overtime. Heck of a series. What is the message to your kids to keep them motivated, to keep them focused, and say, hey, guys, it's not over yet. Let's go ahead and finish this out?
Just continue to play the game the right way and don't make things bigger than what it is. Just continue to be efficient. That's one thing we preach offensively. Just be efficient, and then defense, go out there and battle and get a stop.
So to start your season, you guys obviously stepped up in competition, struggled a little bit, but you guys have come on strong lately, moving up the rankings, knocking teams down left and right. What was the message starting out when it's like, hey, the wins aren't coming just yet. Trust the process, guys. We're on the right path. It's not going our way. Trust the process. We will see victory, as you guys have been seeing the last several weeks.
I mean, perseverance makes the man. Having the opportunity to be able to battle through adversity, you kind of see the character as a team. And I told them those L's were not just set-up games to take L's and then let's be better when we come to Vegas. That's not what that was all about. What we try to do is go out there and just play good competition and continue to battle with our guys. The main thing in those situations when we were 0-3 was just continue to get the guys to believe in what it is that we do. Continue to pay attention to the small details in practice, and continue to work the process, and then not pay attention to rankings, scoreboard, all that kind of stuff. Just continue to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and then let everything else take care of itself. So they've been doing a good job of that week in and week out.
And you guys have been doing a good job week in and week out. Go ahead and get in the win column again, Coach. Thank you for your time. Congrats on the victory. We look forward to seeing you guys down the road.
I appreciate it.
Stay tuned for scores from around the city.
That's our show for the FSM Prep Rally. We'll see you next week.